Paul PE7B here. Many viewers will be familiar with PA0RDT's 2006 active antenna design, known as the Mini-Whip. In 2017, PA3FWM published an alternative circuit, a design that was used for the WebSDR at the University of Twente. This alternative circuit used a JFET in combination with a PNP transistor, and as PA3FWM states in his own write-up, that's a circuit topology which had been used in earlier active antenna designs. One interesting historical example of such a circuit is the circuit which appeared in a NASA technical memorandum back in 1979. Pieter-Tjerk's design is not difficult to build, but it used semiconductors which are perhaps not so easy to obtain. For the JFET, a surface-mount BF862 was recommended, with the more common J310 being proposed as a possible alternative. I didn't have a BF862, but I did have some J310s, so I used a J310. For the bipolar transistor, either a BFQ149 or a 2N5583 was recommended. I didn't have either of those, but what I did have, left over from a previous project, was some S9012 transistors. The transition frequency of an S9012 is only 150 MHz, which is lower than the transition frequencies of the recommended devices. However, that said, the S9012 is a readily available and relatively inexpensive transistor. I was curious to see how an S9012 would perform in the circuit. I simulated the circuit in LT-Spice, and the results of the simulation looked promising, so I went ahead and assembled the circuit. This type of active antenna is oftentimes built on a single circuit board, so you might wonder why my implementation uses 3 pieces rather than 1 piece of copper-clad board. The reason is because the active antenna is housed in a somewhat unusual way. It is built into a plastic-bodied model car. For the E-field probe, I used thick copper wire to create a wire cage. That was an idea which I got from the antenna which PA3FWM deployed in Twente. Here we can see how my version of the active antenna is used in practice. To give an impression of how the antenna performs, here are some reception examples from 21 MHz down to 16 kHz.
This is Whiskey 7 Victor Japan, W7DJ calling CQ, CQDX, Whiskey 7 Victor Japan, W7 Victor Japan, W7BJ calling CQ, over.
I am located in the southeast of Spain, very close to Cartagena City, and my handle is Miguel. Mike India Golf Unifor Echo Lima, my home call Echo Alpha 5 Kilo, PA5K, Roger.
CQ, CQDX, CQ, CQDX, CQ. Oscar Mike Zero Echo Tango. Oscar Mike Zero Echo Tokyo calling CQDX.
I copied. So thank you very much for calling in. And ja, hartelijk dank voor het curso. Tot de volgende keer. 7388 en nog een prettige avond. Bye bye.
Und diesen GPS-Adapter, der macht 10 MHz Ausgang und das ist ja das, was hier am Transceiver auch geht. Den habe ich jetzt mal aufgesteckt und jetzt habe ich also praktisch ein externes Referenzsignal. Das kommt jetzt direkt aus der GPS-Größenordnung und damit bin ich also noch etwas genauer, aber das merkt man natürlich hier auf Kurzwelle nicht.
il nido, capisci? Ecco, questo è il quadro. Comunque, bella giornata oggi dopo pranzo qui. I K5 di quelle per il gruppo BBJ.
Two cruisers ran aground on mudflats on the River Yare. 5 adults, including a pregnant woman, a 6-month-old baby, and the animals were rescued by boat, while 11 people were winched to safety by a helicopter. BBC News.